Welcome back to HomeGround. Now, MoFlava teamed up with hitmaker Moonchild on this Gqom song called Pretty Lady. He grew up in Dube, Soweto, and raised by his grandmother. Moonchild has been in the entertainment industry for 12 years. Her stage name, Moonchild, stems from a spiritual background. The name is a direct translation of Inyanga, meaning moon.
Brother, I'm some dancing, promises I'm dating. Kaya na lena, kotwa unendota. I got the blender, senzelu driver. Kakata sepata, but say funny guest list. Funny guest list, funny guest list, funny guest, funny guest, funny guest list.
Yeah. Yo, so check it out. We're actually speaking here to Moonchild. Go to Grand Shop. Look over like this, please. If you're a Rajadi, you were saying, you were still explaining with you.
I wanted to write a party song, but because I'm not a pop bottle person, I don't like wasting money. So I was giving people tips on how to be in the guest list, because a lot of people are VIP, and then you're out here, your money is not even worth it. So tips on how to get inside.
Give us two tips. Give us two tips.
Brother, I'm sure there's promises on data. I'm going to number. I got tip blender, but when they look at Jaiva, but guest list.
Come on! Come on, guest list. Now, Moonchild, before we get into MoFlava, I just want to tell you that, you know, I don't know, I feel like I've been living under a rock. You know, you've been around for 12 years, but I was only introduced to you and your music like past, what, 2 years, you know? And I was like, who is this fresh breath of air? Who's this new person, even young Todd? Puma, Grand Shop, Ubani, Utumyangani, how come I've been living under this rock?
Well, I mean, I've been hustling for like 12 years.
Yeah.
I've been in Joburg for 7 years.
Sure.
Matriculated in PE, moved to Durban to study fashion, and then did fashion and the music there.
I would never say you study fashion, you know. I mean, I was like, you study fashion.
So I did fashion designing in between doing the music as well. And then I just needed more, because I went from poetry circle to hip hop circle to jazz circle to like, I want my own sound, because I'm bored with doing what's already been tested. And so in 2007, I came out with my own genre, which was Future Ghetto Funk, recorded, and was fortunate to have a producer who could hear whatever sounds I made, and moved to Joburg with 21 tracks that were already set with the genre. Eventually signed to a label, released an album, and got out of the deal 1 year because I was doing more work for myself than the label, and then just been doing international shows in Xhosa, and finally the HomeGround is now catching up. Is making the international shows even more epic, because now there's some support.
Thank God we're catching up, actually. You know?
Thank God. Otherwise, you're going to claim me after that.
Thank God.
Yeah, straight.
Mo, what up, brother?
What's happening, dog?
You good, my buddy?
I'm good.
One of the most hardworking guys in the industry right here. Always on to the next. Maybe number 2. Maybe Itai Jaya. Who studied for that Grand Shop?
I don't know. It's a good question. I mean, I was in Durban last night, came back today, had to do the show, and then I'm here. So it's rest for people like us. Or?
Yeah, no, I'd say rest. Because you love what we do. Yeah. How did this collaboration come about?
So I met Moonchild through music, and I think coincidentally, I happen to know somebody that she knows.
Yeah.
And then we're chatting about possible features for my next coming songs, and you know, the seed was planted. I'm like, actually, I like that girl. I like her vibe.
Right.
And I think her previous songs with Maporisa kind of contextualized her in the house space.
Yeah.
For me to say, yeah, she actually makes sense.
Sure.
And then, you know, we hooked up in the studio. She came through. I mean, she's wicked, man, behind the mic.
No doubt.
Next, next. Oh, is that it?
So there's more than one song that you guys have collaborated on?
Oh yeah, there's more than one song. And look, it was a tough call to decide which one to go with.
Okay.
But we left her out of it because we were like, this is the song we're going to go for now.
Sure.
And then this other one will come after, you know what I'm saying? But she's amazing behind the mic. And she's a pleasure to work with, you know?
No, for sure. Let's pick up on the track that you guys are going to be performing later on tonight, Pretty Lady.
Well, I mean, she wrote the song. I get the idea.
Take us through.
I think
Pretty Lady stuff.
I think because she's crazy, man. You know what I mean? But she has a way of putting it so eloquently.
So that song is basically like a friend of mine was at Afropunk in December, and then basically they had like VIP tickets and stuff because they were actually with Anderson .Paak, so they had access. But then this Afrikaner security guard was forcing this guy not to go back, but he managed to go back because he had all the papers, the tags, whatever. But then he took a girl from VIP, carried her over his shoulder, and threw her in mud. And she literally was crying on the dance floor. So Pretty Girl was crying on the dance floor because this big bad man was actually just a racist guy, security guard at a festival. But then she just cried, she didn't fight, and she continued dancing, and she said, I'm not going to give him my power because I came to dance.
It's
all that on a house song.
All that on a house song. Wow, okay. I mean, is the video going to incorporate this? Is the video going to tell the story?
It could go anywhere.
Maybe I can be the security. She will be Pretty Girl.
I was like, oh
but I didn't throw her over the fence.
That's the thing.
Maybe backseat.
So much more actually, trend, with the artists and musicians and DJs these days. They're not releasing full-on albums, and so they're releasing singles. Why is that?
It's interesting because I remember having this conversation on my radio show in Metro about how people listen to music. And there's a general feeling that a lot of people don't go through an entire album listening. You'll have like 4 or 5 songs where you're thinking, all right, this is where I'm rooted, and then the rest is a by the by. I think for the culture of dance music, it's about that hit single. Very few people put out really good albums. I mean, we come from that era of compilations to where it's projects and albums now for dance producers and DJs, but it's about how people listen to music. So for me, I think it's just always worked to put out a single. And I respect, you know, the artistry that goes into making an album. It's hours, it's, you know, and I feel I'd rather put the hours into making single by single, because sometimes an album might take me a year or 2 to put together.
Sure. Makes sense. Makes sense. Cool. We'll be catching up with you guys later for the performance. Can't wait for that.
Yay.
You know what I mean? It's gonna be epic.